Supernatural demonic Mandela effects in Matthew chapter 26. Kind of a lot in this one. Son of Man should be capitalized in verse 2. Palace is new in verse 3. Subtlety is a new word. And consulted should be plotted in verse 4. In verse 7, a box. Box is new. I don't know if it should be jar, but I know box is new. A very precious ointment should be perfume. Poured it on his head. It was feet. As he sat at meat. He didn't sit at meat. That is new. Ointment again. In verse 9, it's hard to read, but it says it might have been sold for much. Sold for much is not right. Ointment again. Oh, sold for much, I think could have been at a high price. Let's see. The gospel shall be preached in the whole world. I think whole world is new. And memorial is new in verse 13. Wilt again in verse 17. The master with a capital M, I think is new. Now when the even was come, should be evening. Exceeding sorrowful should be exceedingly sorrowful, if exceedingly was even there in the first place. Son of Man again. Every time that's in here, it's never capitalized. So it says it had been good for that man if he had not been born. It would have been better for that man, right? Drink ye all of it. I don't know if that's new or not. I don't know. This is new. The blood of the New Testament should be New Covenant, which is shed for many. I think it was, which is shed for you. And for the remission of sins should be forgiveness of sins. I think henceforth is new. I don't know if they sung a hymn after the Last Supper or not. You guys gotta let me know. That's verse 30. Mount should be capitalized and Mountain of Olives. It says be offended. I don't know if it's should be forsake or if that is the original and it means forsake. I really don't know about that one. I just had questions about it. I think abroad is new. Cock should be rooster. Deny me thrice should be 3 times. Jesus didn't say, while I go pray yonder. There's exceeding sorrowful again. Here it says Jesus fell on his face and prayed. He didn't fall on his face. It says here, not as I will, but as thou wilt. It doesn't sound right. Let's see. He finds the disciples sleeping, and supposedly now it says, sleep in now and take your rest. He never said that. Rise, let us be going. I don't think that's right. I don't think those are the right words. Let's see. Not everything I highlighted is a change. Right here in verse 52, put up again thy sword into his place. The sword is not a his. It should be its place. For all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword. It gets for all they that live by the sword shall die by the sword. And verse 53, and he shall presently give me more. Presently, I think is new. Let's see. Palace is new. I guess it should be courtyard. Servants should be guards. Council should be Sanhedrin. Fellow right there is new in verse 61. Buffeted him. That's weird and new. Damsel is new. Palace again. Damsel should be servant girl. Maid should be girl in verse 71. The porch is new. Fellow again. I think an oath is new. Bewrayeth. And then here it says Peter began to curse and to swear. I don't know. Is that new? Cock should be rooster. Shall deny me. Thrice should be 3 times. One more. Covenanted in verse 15 is new. Okay. Sorry I missed this in verse 32, but after I am risen again is new.